you are exercising too much. In this video, I'll talk only about weightlifting and strength training. I'm Edgar. I lost 100 pounds in a year, and now I'm trying to help people improve their health. The truth is, even if you strength train or lift weight for building muscle, performance, or health, you might be doing too much. First of all, health. Health is the one that requires the least exercise, because in order to get most of the results health-wise, so if we're talking about longevity, energy levels, and general well-being, you don't need a lot of exercise. Like 3 sessions a week, 45 minutes to an hour is enough. Now, let's say you do it for performance or to build muscles. First of all, if you spend more than an hour and a quarter or something like that in the gym or at home doing your workout, it's too long. You're doing too many exercises probably, and you're not pushing hard enough also. So don't go over an hour 15 maximum for your workouts. Also, you can do whatever you want, but if you're training 5 to 6 times a week, it's good, but you could actually do less. Now we see with many studies that training 2 to 3 times a week at a high intensity and letting time for your body to recover between the sessions can be really optimal for building muscle and strength. So what I wanted to show in this video is that volume doesn't always win. Like, you could do volume and have very good results, but you could do very little volume and have great results. So what determines if you will get the results you want or not is more about intensity and progression, meaning how hard you train. That's really important, because if you're training 2 to 3 times a week, you should push yourself hard. Like, the next day, you shouldn't think that you can go again and you're fine. You should really be tired. Okay, so pushing yourself hard, of course, don't get injured, stay safe, but make sure that each set you do, you take at least one set to failure. So at least one set when you can't do any reps anymore. And also progression, that's the most important advice in exercising, is each time you go in the gym or each week, you need to try to do a little bit better. Maybe one extra set, maybe one extra rep, or one extra kilos. Always try to do a little bit better than last times on each exercise. That's very important, because it will ensure that you keep pushing yourself hard even though you're progressing over time. If you don't do that and you're not tracking what you're doing during your workouts, you will most likely progress in the beginning, but because you're not matching how much effort you're putting with how much progress you make, you will become too good for how hard you lift. But if you keep trying to be a little bit better each time, it will keep matching how good you are and how strong, and you'll keep progressing over time. So that's really an important thing to do, is each time you go in the gym or each week, try to do a little bit better. If you can't, it's okay, but just try out, okay? One more set, one more rep, 1 more kg or 0.5. Try to be a little bit better each time. And now I will make 2 arguments for training more intensely with less volume. As I said, I think both methods can be good, but low volume has more advantages in my opinion. Not in terms of pure gains, but in terms of convenience. First one is, it takes less time. If you go 6 times a week in the gym, you do, I don't know how many sets, and that you stay like 1 hour 30 in the gym, it will be 10 hours a week in the gym. That's a lot. But if you do 2 to 3 times a week, 1 hour, and you train really hard, it will only take you like 3-4 hours a week. That's more than half. And you have like 5 hours, 6 hours to do something else. That's great. And also, if you train with a lower volume, you have much more time to recover, because if you train 2 to 3 times a week, you have at least each time a day in between your workout to recover. So your body will be more ready next time, and you'll be able to push harder because you'll be well rested. So that's why, in my opinion, lower volume at high intensity is better for most people. Also, most people don't have a lot of time just to exercise, so if you do lower volume, it will match your lifestyle better. But of course, higher volume, in my opinion, if you keep the intensity quite high also, is still a very good way to get some gains, but it takes much more time and you'll recover less from one workout to another. So make your choice based on this information. I just thought that most people think that if they work out 2 hours a week, it might not be enough to make good gains or something like that, but you can make great gains, especially if you're a beginner, by training 2 hours a week, and 3 hours can really be enough. So I hope you learned something. Tell me in the comments if you prefer low volume or high volume training and why. You can check the link for my newsletter in the description. It's like this video, health advice, step-by-step guides on how to improve your health. I spent a lot of hours every week writing them, so if you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy these emails also. Subscribe to be notified for future videos. You can check my last video here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay healthy.